Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw Tips and Tricks, just playing around, and I thought I'd show you how to draw this. I'm pretty impressed. It almost looks like silver and shiny silver with either an indention in it, but I was just playing around. It is pretty cool and pretty fun to make. So I am going to take the polygon tool on 4 sides, which makes a diamond shape that I've showed off before. Now we need to figure out how big the diamond shape is or actually change it, but we can worry about that later. I am going to, so it'll not overlap the other one. So I'm going to take the 3-point curve line and go from node to node and then hold down the control button. And the control button allows the 3-point curve line to be perfectly a curve. Now I'm going to control D and make a duplicate, and I'm going to mirror that. And I'm going to take this with the 4-point cross and have it snap to that node. And so now I've got 3 different items. So I'm going to group that together, Control G, Control D to duplicate it. And I'm going to put it right there on that node. And then I'm going to rotate it something close. And you can see we're at, if we go to 24 degrees, which is divisible, we've got that right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this item, and I'm really biting into it more than I really like, but I'm going to get the Smart Fill tool, and I'm going to fill in. Let me see what my nudge factor is first. My nudge factor is set on 5. Let's make it 10 with nothing selected. Smart Fill, fill that in, and that in. And so what that did, when we rotate it later, it won't be overlapping. It's a little bit more than I want, but it'll work. I could have made the 4-sided polygon a little narrower, and it wouldn't have done that, but this is going to work for this case. Now we're going to take the outside one first, selected it, go to the interactive fill tool, and I can't really remember what I did. I think I put from light to dark. So let's zoom in here, and let's go, let's put dark or light here and dark here. And then let's bring this in so it's a little bit darker. Kind of make it about like that. Now we're going to take the other, you know what, that's too much because I see too much white up here. So get back to the interactive fill tool and bring it back. And then we could always move our handle, and we could always move this away. That looks pretty good. Now I wish we could duplicate that, but this would be the opposite. So I'm going to take the interactive fill tool, and I'm going to go this way again. But really I want to go this way. This is a little bit awkward the way to do it, but as you can see, it kind of working, and I like it. Now on this one, we're going to do something a little bit different with the interactive fill tool. We're going to go from the top to the bottom, and I think I added black to both ends. So I'm going to put a black here, and I want it all the way to the tip. And then I'm going to take a light color and see what it did. Now we can bring a couple of them, and then we can add black right in between it. So it's going to give us that kind of look that it looks like, it's like that. Kind of a shiny with a loop in it or an indentation in it. Now I'm going to Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it. And if you remember, we went 24 degrees, so I put it on the node, and I'm going to rotate it 24 degrees. Control D all the way around. The good thing about it, every time you do this, it'll be a little bit different. Let's see what it looks like. I like it. The tips. See, the tips are kind of white. And this, to me, it looks like a silver sheen, like a aluminum or metal. And we could have done, let me just, it's easier just to back up. When you click on this arrow here, and go to duplicate, it'll go back to that one. So we can take this now, delete that one. We can change, and this would be a good example for a clone. And okay, I've got it grouped together, so I'm going to ungroup it. So I will only grab this one when I grab the interactive fill tool. And we could make a double dip just to see what it's going to look like. Let's spread these out a little bit more. Spread this out a little bit more, and then I'm not using white, I'm using something less than white, probably 10%, 10% black. So you get a total different look. Now group this together, Control G, Control D to duplicate it, move this to the bottom, rotate it our 24 degrees, Control D, total different look. I always like putting a black box around it, especially for the viewers. I think it adds to the way it looks. That's pretty cool. And just playing around. Hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.